Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Indiana Holmes again, and today I'll be taking you along with me on Disney's legendary ship, the Columbia. The Columbia is 110 feet long and was commissioned to be built in 1957 and christened in 1958. This is an exact replica of the original Columbia that circumnavigated the globe. The original Columbia was built in 1773 and then later rebuilt sometime between 1787 and 1790. The actual city in which it was built is up for discussion. Some say it was Norwell, Massachusetts, and some say it was Plymouth, Massachusetts. But either way, she was the original American ship to circumnavigate the globe, and the ship after which Walt Disney's Columbia was modeled after in its entirety. Walt Disney's Columbia is an exact replica of the original, and it was built in the Todd shipyards in the Los Angeles division of San Pedro, California, also where the Mark Twain's hull was built a few years earlier. An interesting fact is that Joe Fowler, who was Walt Disney's supervisor of construction at Disneyland, told Walt Disney that it was customary to put a silver dollar under each mast before it was set into the ship, and Walt Disney himself personally put one silver dollar under each of the Columbia's 3 masts. The Columbia departs from its dock every 25 minutes and then takes a trip around Tom Sawyer's Island for about 15 minutes. Sailing ship Columbia is located in Disneyland in Anaheim, and it is the full-scale replica of the Columbia Red Viva, which was the first American ship to circumnavigate the globe. So the Columbia has been in operation ever since 1958 when it was christened, and it sails along the rivers of America around Tom Sawyer's Island. Along the way, we see many wonders of the world, including cultural things like Native Americans. Well, not real Native Americans, but animatronic representations of Native Americans in the way that they might have lived 100, 150 years ago. In addition, we see a lot of flora and fauna, both on Tom Sawyer's Island and in the water. We'll see elk, or at least we'll see some animatronic elk, and we will see real geese and real ducks swimming about in the water, as well as seeing some canoes with some happy Disney tourists or Disney guests paddling along with cast members. In addition to the Columbia, the Mark Twain, which is an authentic paddle wheeler, will also be on the river, and you can see that almost every day. So let's get started and take our voyage.
Our crew cannot swim a stroke, so whosoever falls overboard will be lost at sea. Since this is a fine wooden ship, you may not smoke or be starting any on-deck fire.
Away when the wind does blow, up in your board, you go start. Just one big blast and away we'll go. So clear where the track and the moonshine run with the hay, like a chicken, slow like car. Up in your board, you go start. With lives of Leo, all my leaves. So clear where the track and the moonshine run. When the night comes round to say farewell, up in your board, you go start. Say goodbye and wish you well. So clear where the track and the moonshine run.
Well, crew, 'tis time we be setting sail for home. Hold taut the flying jib, brace for a starboard tack. Cook and helpers stand by the pots. Shipmates, if you haven't done so, 'tis a good time to visit the crew's quarters below decks to see how sailors of the 1790s lived and worked while on the high seas. The lower decks will be closing when we enter port. Those of you remaining on deck, keep a close eye on the riverbanks, where you may be able to see moose, elk, and other wildlife. Just ahead is the most treacherous part of our journey. That island off the starboard side often hides the scourge of the seas. Bloodthirsty pirates. They sometimes lie in wait to attack a passing ship such as ours and steal its bounty. Ramen! And the starboard forecastle cannon and prepare to fire a warning shot, so as any curious pirates hiding near the shore will know we are well armed. Those of you around the cannon must be stepping back, way back. For the cannon should be a mite loud, and the gunner's aim be a mite poor. Be ready to fire one! Fire one! Now that should put some fear in them. Looks like we're safe for now, but I ask all crew and passengers to keep a weather eye out. We don't want the Jolly Roger flying above this fine ship.
Alright, so let's give a big round of applause to our Hawkeye for scaring off those pesky pirates. Good job, Hawkeye.
American ship to carry the stars and stripes around the world. She's a 10-gun, 3-masted merchant ship. It was back in 1787 that she first set sail from Boston Harbor, going home. When we travel this far upriver, our ship often draws the attention of the local tribes. Look there, the chief has given us a sign of peace, which means we will be granted safe passage. Many an explorer learn how to survive in this vast frontier. Off the starboard are the last remains of an old shipwreck, rumored to carry a fortune in pirates' gold. It lies in Smuggler's Cove, a place of dark and dangerous deeds and secret midnight meetings. We'd best be sailing past this cove and back to civilization.